I think you and you are lost, because there's a million JCBs there and no lake. The lake is all the way up that way somewhere. So what are you doing over here, eh? Following me around, getting in my way. And you? Yeah, go on, the lake's that way. Apparently there's no fish where I'm going. I am on 47 on North Lake. After drawing, he says that's the most consistently poor area on the lake. But you never know. Fish are starting to spawn and go down narrows and shallows and places where they don't normally. So we'll give it a go. There they are, they found the lake. Told you, follow me and I'll put you right. Well, there's a nice little gap in the island to chuck to. I am on 47, which I've been told isn't a very good area of the lake. Round to the right is the good section where the big weights will come from. But if this is a hard section, it could be alright. But there's fish moving. Everyone I've spoke to says there's fish in front of them everywhere. If you look that way, there's definitely some carp on the top there. Look, there's one there. Just there, up there, and there. So there's a few fish mooching around, and it's kind of blowing this way. And I think he's the next angler to my left. So anyway, I've just got my weights, because we can get in a little bit here, which will help with netting fish more than anything else. But we've got a chance of some fish down there maybe, and there. So it looks okay. But the whole lake looks lovely, beautiful, beautiful venue. It's 110 miles from me, but it's worth the trip. There's the JCB factory just there. John Arthur is still a plonker, because I've just got to my peg, got my box in, and I thought, where's all my bait? I've left my bag of bait at home. Luckily, just been a wire takers, I've got one bag of fishery micros in my footwell. So I have got some pellets to feed, and I've got some wafters in my carryall, because I tend to keep them in my carryall all together. So crisis averted. Oh, and I also forgot my landing net handle today, so I borrowed one off Dan Webb. I saw Dan, I thought he'll have a spare. He hadn't got a spare, he got 3 spares. So I've got a midi landing net handle to borrow today. But it just sums up how I'm doing just lately, because I'm in a hire van and all my bits and bobs, me just in case stuff, none of that's in there. So yeah, not the best of starts, but we're in a corner where the wind's blowing. Hopefully one bag's enough. Absolutely bang on where I wanted it. Let's just reduce that, push it a bit slack as I can. The wind's blowing lovely into this end. They've generously pegged us in this corner, because everyone will be chucking to the island house. The next angler around from me is Mark Bartlett, who's a phenomenal feeder fisherman, and he's also a match specimen carper. I've done a few features with Mark, and he's a really nice lad, and also an absolute long range casting expert. So I don't know if he's going to chuck to that island as well. It's probably 100 metres, but that's nothing to Mark. He's a fantastic feeder angler. Fishes like 24-hour and 48-hour carp matches. Was an England feeder international, England carp international, shall I say, specimen carp. But he fishes a lot of matches. Owns Acorn Lakes as well in Bristol, so he knows his stuff anyway. So he's a big worry. I can hear Nick Speed somewhere over there laughing. Got the loudest laugh in the world. So he's in our section as well, I think. And but yeah, hopefully we'll get a pull in the first 45 minutes. I've been told they'll back off once the match starts to wherever they want to be, hopefully in this quiet corner to our left. So I've got a long margin up there. I might be able to feed 45 degrees into sort of the middle of the lake there, where they were cruising. I can't see anything now. And everyone's crashed the feeder in. But we'll keep plundering away at this corner of the island. I'm more than prepared to whack a load of bait in. I've got like a medium cage, and I've got a big bait up feeder as well. I think I'll pile a bit of bait in there later if I have to. But we'll make sort of 10-12 minute casts to begin with, and we might make longer casts. There's a little tap then. We'll make longer casts or shorter casts depending on what's happening. But big fish, you know, 6-7 fish could be more than enough to win this section and qualify. And it certainly looks nice. Everyone's told me it's not a good area, but because the wind's blowing this way, it looks great, and there are fish about. So we'll see if they want to get down and feed. But yeah, so I've got my second one baited up. Long stem, elasticated feeders you're allowed. 26 gram medium. Bit of a liner there. There's a liner, big liner. Still going round. Pretty sure that's just a liner. We'll leave that alone. That's a good sign though. There's a carp in the vicinity. He's just had a fish next door. I don't know what that was. But yeah, we'll stick with that for now. I've got a couple of like hybrid style feeders as well. Luckily I've got me washed out wafters and me fluoro wafters. They're all in my main bait bag, in my main carry-all. And I've got some Scopex as well. The label's come off, but that's Scopex haze. And then we've got the rest of our pellets there and a bit of ground bait mixed up. So even though I forgot my bait, most of that bait was full of South Lake anyway, sort of dead maggots, casters. All I've got is a bag of nuts. That's all I've got now. There's all my food was in my bait bag as well. Mixed nuts. No Freddos today. No chocolate today. That was a nice big liner then, so promising. So I'm technically an end peg, but it's very well spaced this end of the lake. Then it looks a bit tighter to my right. So come on then, give us a couple of big pulls. And they are angry fish in this lake. Pull like mad. A lot of doubles. Every chance of a 20. Hopefully we'll see a few today. Clock there. I don't use a stopwatch, I've just got a watch. I don't want to have to keep clicking it on and off. I just see when it went in and time it from that. There was a big old liner then, so I don't know if we should be recasting or not. Let's give it another 2 minutes and we'll give it another cast. But we'll attack the corner of that island, and I'm just going to keep an eye out and see what's in this open water here. Mark Bartlett started in open water, so we'll see if he catches. Then we'll cast towards him if we have to. But yeah, so I've got an island, open water that way, and then a margin potentially. We'll give this an hour before we start doing anything else, filling in the edges and things. It is a clear lake. Couple of little plucks then. Oh, there you go. Oh. Climb the tree and come off. It's almost like it went round a branch on the bite. I saw it roll. Positive, but didn't want it to come off, did we? Cocky one's just rolled down the side there. Yeah. Not the best of starts. That was a lovely bite, but on the bite it sort of went, I could see it roll, and it was like it went around a bit of a branch or something. Lovely bite, a couple little taps and then shot round. Not the best of starts. Check that hole. Yep, still nice and sharp. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? had a bite. I was right to leave it in, wasn't I? It sort of tried to climb the right hand bush and a bit of a branch came up and it come off. Not ideal. A tiny little indication then. This is my third cast. Second cast, the rod's just ripped off the rest. Nothing on the end. I looked round, couldn't see a grebe or anything swimming through. So I'm pretty sure it was a carp. It looked like it were on, but it wasn't. He's had a fish to my right, but I don't know what it was. And it's gone really flat now, and I can't see any fish to my left. Although one did roll sort of down the side about 15 minutes ago, so we'll keep an eye down there. I've had 3 casts, all gone in nice. That first one was about 8 minutes, 8 or 9 minutes. The second one was in about 5 and ripped round. This has been in 5 minutes now. I'm going to swap between sort of 8mm Bandon wafters and 6mm, I think. I'm not going to put a 10mm on. Sometimes they want those littler ones. So next cast I'm going to put a 6mm on. I started on an 8 purely because I didn't know what the silverfish situation would be like. But I've had 3 nice casts, all go exactly where I wanted it. I'm quite confident getting a few carp there. It's going to be fun trying to stop them going around the back of the island. But we've got 8 pound horizon mono. I'm fishing an 020 up length, 12 hook. So I've got decent gear on. I've got my 11-foot Horizon Pro commercials. I normally fish 10s, but on here there's that little, it's just that nice length for chucking to that island, but also you've got a little bit more power in these 11s. And there's quite a bit of rubbish on the inside and that, so I need that bit of reach as well. So 11s just feels dead right. On the smaller commercials I generally use 10. It's a big lake this. I brought 12 and well, I brought me 4.2 metre 150 gram rod as well in case I needed it. But I brought multiple rods because I didn't know if I'll be on the bream lake or the carp lake or chucking, you know, 30 metres or 90 metres. But just 2 11-foots, that's all we've got set up, both clipped up. I've got me distance sticks 2.5 metres apart behind me, and it's 15 wraps on those sticks. Oh, it's a bit nippy there. That's a little something there. First little sign we've had, that was on 7 minutes. But I'm chucking about a metre short of the island, 1.5 metres short. We can go tight if we need to. Don't really feel it's warm enough or coloured enough to do that, but we'll see what happens. I can always drop it a little bit nearer if I have to as well, you know, a little bit closer to me. But I thought about 1.5 metres short of the islands, a nice sort of range. Hopefully not too many sticks and stuff there. I imagine that's where everybody chucks on this peg, so that will hopefully be cleanish. I think we'll get a few pulls there, I really do. I've got that one away from the island. Oh yeah, it's a big fish. It's a big fish. Slacking off a bit now. We ain't doing a thing. Ballistic in a second. Landing net's not as stiff as I'm used to. See him under the water. Nice big comment there, nice big mirror. £10 to me. On the vest. See him 2 foot down at least. Come up. Oh, wish I got my own handle. Oh, he's bigger than I thought. He's at least, what do you think he is? 15. Maybe more. On the bendiest landing handle, but better than none, isn't it? We're up and running. Three casts, 3 bites, indication. We're up and running, boys and girls. One of them an hour might be enough. Alright. Cheers. That's how you want them. You want it to go round as you're sinking the line. I've just literally cast out, sunk the line, and it's gone straight away. Fifth cast. It's kiting though. Get away from there. There's a load of branches next peg down. I looked to maybe get clear, and then I saw there was a bird's nest on it, so I thought I'd leave them alone. Obviously, it's nowhere near as big, this one. Just watch Mark chucking down his edge there. So we'll keep an eye and see if he catches on that. I'm gonna regret having this floppy landing at handle, aren't I? The average is sort of £10 in here. Apparently, just look to that guy, in this corner they tend to be bigger. And I missed him. Big enough, isn't he? Tell you what. That's doubles already. Good, this, isn't it? The first one climbed the trees, but those two behaved themselves and swam away. I do like to hand squeeze, by the way. I have got moles, but I've just, when I'm fishing elasticated, I quite like to just do it myself and vary the pressure. Quite good. I'm a creative person, so I've got good hands and good feel. I know how. I've just got confidence in the amount I squeeze. And I don't think you always want to really squeeze it on. That first layer goes on really tight. But the second layer, I just like to control this squeeze on that. Let's take that 6mm off. 8mm. Really squeeze that first layer on. Just get it completely covered and tight. And then what I often do is just lightly squeeze that first layer on now, and then I'll just re-squeeze. So it's hardly squeezed on at all now, but I'll re-squeeze it just before casting. Judging by how fast that bite was, I don't want to squeeze too hard, not yet. And we'll probably put some, because I've got Scopex liquid in my pellets anyway, power Scopex. I'm gonna pop a bit of that on a bit later as well. I'm pretty sure we'll start using that once we need to. Mirror again. Proper thud then, as if it hit something. Might be that one. Three for £40, I imagine. Well, this is my I've not had anything for the last, well, 15-20 minutes now, not a sign, but as I feared, the angler I didn't want round there is Mark Bartlett. He's probably chucking 8 metres from where I'm casting now, probably chucking, I don't know what that is, 90 metres or more. Yeah, he's launched it probably 4 metres short of the island. Probably from him it probably looks like he's chucking tight, but yeah, so that is going to cut me off. Really, I think he should be chucking a bit more to his left rather than towards me, but it's a job to say, isn't it? But we'll see. It's not going to help. I say there aren't many anglers that would have done that. I feared the worst when Mark was on it, and that's why he's walked round to say hello. Just to size up the peg. But we've still got the option of chucking some bait down that margin. I'm just going to go for an island and margin attack. Can't see any point in chucking into the middle of the lake now, unless I see some fish rolling somewhere, and there's nothing moving now. Once the match started, I've not seen any backs out of the water. Halfway between me and Mark, there were backs to begin with. But we'll keep plugging away. Just talking to one of the locals, their open matches, they tend to fish 10 till 3, and we're fishing 11 till 4. So that's going to be an advantage. And you normally catch a, you know, 1 or 2 early, and then it'll be a quiet middle, and then a good last hour. So that's what we're aiming towards anyway. So hopefully we can keep putting an odd fish in the net over the next 3 hours. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, had a few.
I've had 3.
Wouldn't.
Yeah.
I started feeding, I left the rodding.
Oh, was it you?
It was me, yeah, did you?
Right. Yeah, because I beat you. You beat me by 8 ounces or something.
Yeah, I'd won the section, yeah.
Because Lee read me out. Read me out as a section. I messaged him. I says, "Sorry, I've got to hold my hand up." I says, "I didn't win the section. There was another. Someone beat me by 8 ounces." He says, "No, he got disqualified." That was you, was it?
It was one time. I hate to just think, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've got to sit on your hands, haven't you?
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
I've just lost one.
You've just lost one?
It was on for about 3 seconds and it just broke me up length on the bite.
How much mileage did you have in the week fishing?
This week a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
110 miles this for me. It's a lovely venue, isn't it?
You got any more tickets?
Yeah, I've got a couple, yeah. Hopefully won't need them.
So you got £30?
Well, and more, yeah. They're all doubles.
So if you have some more, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, cheers. See ya.
I look forward to your video.
Cheers.
I must admit, my hair pole angler, but I like watching you fish the pole.
Oh, good, thank you. No pole fishing today?
You just make it interesting, you know.
Yeah, I try and mix it up. Cheers. See ya. I think it's a combination of time of day and Mark chucking to the end of my island. It's you just can't get a bite now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop a bit of bait in, a couple of casts with this, just to pop a bit of feed in. And I'm going to feed down the edge. We'll pop a few of these in. Prime it a little bit. And then we'll feed our edge. Just put a bit of bait out there. Put a few fish in. I've got a bigger bait up feeder, but I'd rather just make 3 or 4 casts with a slightly smaller feeder. Plenty of time. Not after loads of fish, are we? That tree. I'm just having a look down the side now. It's exactly 30 metres down the side there. I've tried to get away from myself as much as possible because it is clear, and I've been told it's very rooty where I'd like to have chucked, which is where that bird's nest is. But yeah, we're going to have one chuck here, see if we get any liners, then we'll be straight out on the feeder. But a guy's just come round and he reckons it's between me and peg 17 at the moment for this zone. I've got 3 and peg 17's got 4. I don't know how big his are, but obviously mine are all big. Certainly the first 2 were. And there's one other guy got 2. And that's it, I think. There's literally 9 carp caught in a section. Is that right? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 9 carp caught in a section. So, so yeah, we'll keep plugging away. If I don't get a liner soon, I'm going to be straight back on that island. So far, we're in the race and we're doing all right. I've just marked the line with a marker pen there. This horizon line's quite light, and we're going to go pay out a metre, and we're going to go. I'm debating whether to go tighter across or further to the left. I think we'll go further to the left where that bush is. Put down the line clip again. Now have a couple of casts there. Give this another 5 minutes. If this goes round, then we'll stick to this, but I've got the other rod still clipped up properly. Clipped up, clip clop clop, clippity clop clop. Yeah, I've still got the other rod clipped up properly for this spot anyway. I've made several casts down his margin now, and it's worth paying attention to see if he does catch or not. He's took his keep nets out anyway. But we have got 2 hours to go. And it sounds like Dean Barrow's winning the match. I think he's got 6 or 7 carp. Or he's got £70 they reckon anyway. So I'm probably top 3 in the match at the moment. Smart feeder going in. Right. Well, I'm chucking back to my island, so I'm going to have a little chuck towards that green bush with not so much bait on. I'm going to keep the heavy amount of bait in front of me. That's the theory. So I've not packed it. Yum. 2:15 now. I've just chucked tight to that bush to the left, and first chuck it's gone round, big drop back. Feels big because it's not doing anything, this bush. Come on, mate. Now he is. I believe someone wants to talk to me whilst I'm playing the fish. You heard me, mate. There's a time and place to ask someone if they've had many, and it's not when I'm playing a double-figured carp. And I'm going to go a foot nearer. I'm just try and skim that bush now. There we are. I cannot physically chuck any tighter than that now. That is absolutely mint. I'm going to sit on that for 12 minutes. Little babbers. Little scamps. Well, I can't fault that cast I just made. I've sat on it for, well, it's going to be 12 minutes. 13 minutes at the moment. I'm just going to give it one more minute. And then I think we've got 2 more casts in me before the end. I'm not going to chuck to the bush again, I'm going to go back to the original spot. What I'm tempted to do is just chuck, empty a quick feeder and then go straight on it. See if we can't force them to happen. Quite a few people are on the way back now, giving up. I'm just sitting pretty on 4 fish still. Doesn't feel like I'm going to catch anything down that edge. No signs or liners down there. So when I did chuck down there, if I'm going to chuck cast, it'll be off the back of this island, I think. 2 more casts there. We'll empty a quick feeder there. A light squeeze, I think, and then we'll go straight over it again. Sit on that for 2 minutes, reel it in, and then chuck again. Find that feeder I've just dropped in. Got this one as well. Through that one then. Ducks. Go on, ducks. Sometimes nice to have a quick cast and then quickly chuck back over it. Double the amount of attraction. See if we can't catch one. Come on. One more. One more. 2 more, 3 more, 5 more. One more would be very, very nice. Very, very welcome. Be nice to get back into that final. It really, really would. Oh, liner. Exactly 5 minutes to go. Might be 4.5. I've just had my last cast back to the bush. Just slightly to the left of it. And that was definitely a liner then. Come on, there's another fish over there. Come on. The wind's come down, the ripples come down, everything's right now. 3 minutes to go. "90 seconds. There's one there, I'm sure there is. "30 seconds. Oh, that's bang on my whistle.
Yes, ready when you are, Tom. 4 fish. They weigh rather a lot. I better do them one by one. $52.12.
I better get a quick photo.
I guess 50.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
52.12.
52.12. Well done.
That's for 4 fish. Well, those 4 carp have gone £52 12 ounces. So I guessed at about £50. So I weren't wrong, was I? So yeah, now we've got to wait. Will Freeman's got 4. He reckons one of them's £16. The other 3 would have to be £12 if he's going to beat me. So we'll have to see. But yeah, happy with that. Fingers crossed we'll make the final.